in this world of corporate life and family life, what is your take on traditional gender roles?
I don't think there. Sorry, there have been for like decades and decades traditional roles, but I don't think there are gender roles. I think there's
Yeah.
work to be accomplished at home and in the work world that can be accomplished by either gender, and and those who are fluid now, let's say, given all the different gender identities.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do not subscribe to um, traditional roles of any sort. Nor actually, I also really hate when people talk about behavioral traits as being, you know, more masculine or feminine. And so they have been stereotyped that way for much of our lives
So the
and
stay at
before.
home dad.
Um, the um, so I so someone makes a choice to do that, great. Who
Yeah.
like so for me, I like I said, I do not subscribe to like
Do you
gender
think they're seen as
roles.
less
Um,
masculine if they're a stay-at-home dad to being the main caregiver
um,
versus the
well,
woman that's like the breadwinner?
I think society, some people will. So they still, again, subscribe to these stereotypes and the way it's
Narratives,
always
yeah.
been. And so
Mm.
I don't, so I have a stay at home husband now, but he also he made a choice. Now he was the top of his
Yeah.
food chain. He used to teach massage therapy, but he was the top of his food chain for 25 years. And he gave it up
Yeah.
to move for me because we were in different cities. And it didn't make, I'm the primary earner. I've always been the primary earner in my relationships, whether with a man or a woman. And he made the
Yeah.
choice to do that. But um, and now he's super
Do you
comfortable in
see
his
him
masculinity.
any different? Do you see him any differently, or you see him the
Not
same?
at all. Not at all. I think, he's
Yeah.
super like confident in his own masculinity, but I can tell you like he had friends who like question like, "Oh, and you're just going to stay home?" And it was
Yeah.
although they were kind
Yep.
of like, "Oh, they were kind of like, "Oh, you lucked out, right? Like you got a sugar mama or what?" Like that kind of thing. But he was actually doing the heavy lifting at home. Like he was taking the kids to
Yeah.
and from school and he's making us
I think
dinners,
people
he's doing the
take that
laundry.
like they don't see that as value. I think a lot of people don't see
I
that
see
as
it as
value, but it has so much.
I think
Yeah.
that's it's a partnership. If you choose to be partnered, choose to have children, there's responsibilities that come with a household and with raising children. And I hope that you as partners determine what that right mix is. And maybe it's 50-50. Maybe it's 70-30 in terms of household responsibilities. Maybe again, you bring in a nanny or a housekeeper to help share those, right? So I just find what works well. I just don't think it should be imposed on one or the other, and particularly not because of gender.
Expected, yeah. Yeah, because you have these societal expectations. Like, I mean, it was most prominent, during the last century. All the men would go to war, and the woman would stay home and take care of the family. But yeah, I think I agree with you. I think men, if you choose to be a stay-at-home dad, uh, I don't think you should care what other people think of you, as long as you have a supportive partner, you know, because it just goes down to that. I don't know if you've ever heard of like red pill society, red pill culture.
Mm. I
It,
have. I don't
it's like
understand it
toxic
well, but I have heard of it.
masculinity, the
Mm.
whole like Andrew Tate's and that
Mm.
the most Googled man on Google, as he claims.
Haram!
But
Oh.
it's like that whole society is. It's like he explains like we do have gender roles, and that, if you want to be a successful, respected man, you have to work on your ambitions and I don't know. I think that takes away, because I believe no matter your gender, you could be very ambitious and successful in your own right. And I think when you have a family, you just have to figure out that dynamic as you move along, because I've struggled with that personally. I'm a single father now. Ex is dealing with alcoholism, not really in the my daughter's picture. So I'm like everything right now. Like the the mom, dad, caregiver, trying to work too. It's like I'm literally everything, and it's hard sometimes. But you gotta, I don't know, if you really want to achieve something, you have to do the work regardless of your circumstances. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and much more to come. Let me know if you liked it or not, and share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.